Good morning, everyone. This is Bob Burge with the Indiana Department of Workforce Development. Thanks for joining us. They've got a very exciting virtual job fair for many of you job seekers, and we got some employers for you to meet and talk about jobs that they're looking to fill. First, we have a lot of people signed up for today, and that's very exciting, I know, for us and for the employers, and it should be for you because there's some exciting jobs you're going to hear about. So I'm going to stall for just a second. I can see many are still logging on. The audio, I like to mention the audio. If you have any audio issues at all, you got two options. The voice over IP option, which is your computer audio. That's always a good way to go. But that also can be some, depending on your signal and other factors, that can also maybe creep in some issues. So if you're having any audio issues at all, you might try the phone option. That's what we're actually on right now, is the telephone option. You can dial in as well. So, and if more than one of you are in the room, that can also create some feedback, and you can eliminate that by turning all those off and using one phone source if you have a speakerphone. So a little bit about the audio. Also, you're going to get lots of information today, and we always get questions about the slides and all that. So today's program is getting recorded. It will go to everyone that registers, those of you that are on live and those of you that registered that were unable to be on live. Tomorrow at this time, you'll be getting a link to the recording. So don't worry, lots of information. You'll get a link. You'll be able to go back and review it, and you'll also be able to share that with others. So there is going to be a recording, and also questions. Questions are an important part of the process, and so we want you to be able to ask those. We're not sure how many we'll get to today, but on the right-hand side, you can see the ability to send us questions. So please do that. And I got a couple things I need to do right now. So as we get kicked off, I'm going to do a couple polling questions. I know the employers like to know a couple things. And this first one you'll see out there, it asks, are you currently employed? Pretty simple selection, yes or no. No right or wrong answer here. It just helps the recruiters when they contact you, and they do have information to be following back up with you. So want to let you know, are you currently employed? And I know that is, I shouldn't say irrelevant to the employers, because they're looking for both people that are currently employed and those that are not. So let me close that out, and I'm going to share those results. You'll see that. So the results are 58% are not employed, unemployed, and 42% are currently employed. So that's, again, thank you for that. And we're going to do one more. This one just talks about either your most recent job, or if you're currently working, what area are you in? You'll see the options are logistics, transportation, and warehousing. Another one for manufacturing. Healthcare's in there. Retail, restaurant, and hospitality are all kind of grouped together. And then there's one that's usually the leader, which is other. And so that's out there. Let me close that one out. And then I'm going to share those results. And it looks like we got a good cross-section today. So again, the leader, over half of you are from other, and then coming in second was manufacturing at 30%. You can see that there are people on today from all the sectors. So with that, let's get started. And I want to bring up Jim Mehring. Jim is the Workforce Development Board President for WorkOne Central. And again, this program doesn't happen if it's not for Jim and his team. So Jim, I want to bring you on at the start here and tell us a little bit about your board and your region, what people need to know, the WorkOne offices. This is your time. What do folks need to know?
Thank you, Bob. I really appreciate it. And good morning to everyone. Again, my name is Jim Mehring, as Bob had indicated. I do currently have both the honor and the privilege of serving as the chair of the Region 5 Workforce Development Board. I really first would like to extend a very warm welcome to all who are participating in today's Region 5 Workforce Development Board Virtual Job Fair. As a point of reference, Region 5 serves the 8 counties immediately surrounding Marion County. For businesses, WorkOne offers a very cost-effective and convenient access to job seekers. And for those individuals looking for employment, maybe desiring to develop a career plan, maybe looking for a job or career change, maybe finding some training options, or just seeking employment, WorkOne is certainly a key source of information, job referrals, placement assistance, and so many other services. I'm very pleased, Bob, to announce that the WorkOne offices are now open for personal visits. The staff is working diligently to serve the needs of both job seekers and businesses in the 8-county service area that we serve. I would encourage you to please go to our website at www.workonecentral.org for more information that includes the phone numbers for the office or offices close to you. Today's virtual job fair is exciting. We'll be listening to some opportunities presented from our Hancock County employees or employers. I am really, really looking forward to hearing about these wonderful opportunities that will be presented. So thank you again. Bob, I'll turn it back to you.
Okay, thanks, Jim. And again, thanks for mentioning the WorkOne offices. We always like to plug those. And for all of those on the line today, if you don't know your WorkOne office, do schedule some time to get in there because they're a tremendous resource, particularly if you're in the job market, but just for a lot of other things. I mean, it's a great place to get to know, and it's out there, it's available, no cost, and there's a lot of opportunity there. So thanks for doing that, Jim, and we'll catch up with you a little bit later. So next, we got a slide up there that talks about the employers and the individuals you're going to be hearing from. So again, we got another great mix and a good program scheduled for today, and they want workers. So with that, let's get things kicked off. The first one we're going to talk to is Amazon. I'm sure all of you have heard from Amazon, and we're going to be meeting with Ashley Harris Babcock. Ashley's the staffing team leader. Ashley, good morning. Good morning. Tell us a little bit about Amazon.
Good morning. Thank you. Yes, so Amazon has been in the Indy area for many years. I think we first opened in Whitestown in 2008. So many of you may have worked for Amazon before, or maybe you haven't and you're just interested. So our main goal is to become the Earth's most customer-centric company. If you have heard, if you've worked with Amazon before, then you have heard that before. That's kind of our internal buzz phrase. We do have a brand new facility that just opened up 2 weeks ago in Greenfield. It's kind of in the Greenfield or Mount Comfort area. It's over there on 300 North. And then, of course, we do have several others in the Indy area. There's plenty over there on the west side, up in Whitestown, and then we actually have a couple that are in Indianapolis as well. So we would love to have you guys. We do have this brand new building in Greenfield that opened 2 weeks ago, and because of that, we are really ramping up on our hiring, not only to get that facility fully staffed, but also because we do have peak season coming up here soon.
Okay, so busy place, brand new exciting facility in Greenfield. I know that area well. Greenfield High School's out there, Mount Vernon High School. Really only, we're downtown Indianapolis, I think, 30 minutes or less, right? And how far are you from the interstate?
So when I get off the interstate, it takes me about 3 minutes to get to the facility.
Yep, so right off of I-70. So, hey, let's jump right in. You want to talk today about warehouse associate. I see MQJ1. I have no idea what that means, but I'm sure you're going to kind of walk through what you're looking for, and lots of these jobs open. Tell us about it.
Right, yeah. So our facilities do each have names, and most of them are in the line of Indy 1, Indy 2, Indy 3. We have branched into another, what we would call an airport code. So it's MQJ1. Those letters really don't mean anything. It's just another way to differentiate this facility from the other buildings. So this building is what we call a receive center or a cross dock. And so it is just kind of a typical warehouse. However, where we fall in line with the other facilities is we are receiving those items that come from the vendors and manufacturers. So for instance, if Dell is trying to sell their laptops on Amazon, they have to send them to us first. And so they would send them to MQJ1 or another facility that does the same type of work. So associates who work at this facility will be doing receive, sortation, a little bit of prep work as well, and then inbound and outbound dock. So
Okay.
our job descriptions stay the same for pretty much every facility. So some of the duties may include receiving or putting away inventory, sortation, like I said, working around moving machines like order pickers, forklifts, and mobile carts. This is not one of the facilities where everybody is required to work on a order picker or a forklift. I know that some people have expressed some trepidation about that. That is not required at this facility in Greenfield. You probably will be using handheld scanners to scan the barcodes. It is a requirement that you should be able to lift up to 49 pounds with or without reasonable accommodation, using carts, hand trucks, and stuff like that. So it is general warehouse work.
Okay. And then what kind of skills, what kind of experience do people need? Are you willing to train? And if people want to come in and be responsible and show up on time?
Yeah, absolutely. We would love to train anybody. So essentially, we will accept you if you are 18 years or older, and you do need to have a high school diploma or equivalency, and then be able to pass a drug test and background check, and that is it.
Okay. And then next, I'm going to ask you about benefits. What can you tell us about benefits?
Yeah, absolutely. So we hire folks at many different facilities with many different hours. So at MQJ1, we are hiring folks as full-time direct hire employees, which means that you will be a full-time Amazon associate as of your first day. So that means you do get the benefits as of your first day as well. So you will get the paid time off, including vacation time, medical insurance, health insurance, vision, dental, stuff like that. You'll get an employee discount. I love my employee discount. It's 10% off of anything shipped and sold by Amazon. There's a
Wow.
401k, there's holiday pay, life insurance, short-term disability. And then we also do have a career choice program, and that's essentially tuition assistance. You do need to work with us for 1 year before you are eligible for that, but that will pay up to 95% of your school for an associate's degree.
Ashley, I have, we just put the hourly wage up there. If you can talk about that. And then also we had some questions on the hours and shifts. So can you kind of knock both those off at the same time?
Absolutely. So the hourly wage does start at $15 an hour. However, if you are willing to work night shift or if you prefer night shift, you do get a shift differential. And typically at most of our facilities, that's going to be $1 or $1.15 per hour. Here at MQJ1, it's that $1.15. So night shift does get paid $16.15. Our shifts here at this building are going to run 7 to 5:30, whether that's 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. or 7 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. But we do have several days, so there could be Sunday through Wednesday, Wednesday through Sunday, Tuesday through to Friday. There is several different days. However, they are going to be 4 consecutive days most of the time.
Okay, so 7 to 5:30, could be AM, could be PM, depending on which shift you're on. Okay, thanks for that. Can you talk, I had a question come in, Ashley, about facilities in the other areas. I know you're talking right now about Greenfield. What are the differences in those facilities? And if somebody is closer or more interested in another facility, what can you tell us about that?
Right. So over on the west side of town, we typically have fulfillment centers. So like I said before, over here in Greenfield, we are going to be a receive center, which means we're processing the items that come from the manufacturers and vendors. After we get done with them, we're going to send them to the fulfillment centers where they're going to be stowed, picked, and packed and then sent to the customers. So most of the facilities in our area are fulfillment centers where it's going to be walking, pushing carts around, picking items, and then packing them. We do also have a couple of facilities up on the northwest side of Indy on 80th Street, as well as one down in Greenwood that are called delivery stations. And the associates there deal with the packages after they're already packed and processed. They have the address label on them and everything, and they sort them out into the delivery routes and send them out to be delivered. So here in Indy, since we've been expanding a lot of our Amazon facilities, we're really seeing the entire process. So no matter what part of the process you're interested in, or now what part of the city you live in, there should be an Amazon close by that is doing that.
Okay, I have another question that came in about, and I think we're going to ask everyone about this today. What can you speak to on safety? These are different times right now. Anything you can speak to on safety?
Yes, absolutely. So Amazon continues to make a bunch of process changes. So I have attached right here my mask. I only took it off because I'm on video. So masks are required for all of our associates in our facilities. We also have really cool new technology with videos all around our buildings where it will show you walking and it has a green circle around you saying, hey, nobody is within 6 feet of you. And then it turns red if somebody does come within 6 feet of you. Then we also are having free COVID testing at our facilities. It is voluntary, but any of our associates can just voluntarily go and get COVID testing every 2 weeks, because as we know, it doesn't have symptoms for everybody. And we've made over, I think, 100 different process changes to keep everybody safe.
Okay, and I have, Ashley, I have a question here about, I've previously applied with Amazon before. It's been a while. Should I reapply now? Tell me what I should do now.
Yes, absolutely should reapply. So our applications stay in the system for maybe 6 months. However, there are things like if maybe you did poorly on your skill assessment, or if there was a drug test or background check issue, or if it's just been a while since you took your background check or your drug test, those will need to be refreshed. As well as new job opportunities are opening up with new facilities. So yes, you should absolutely reapply.
Okay, and actually there was a question here about delivery and delivery drivers. I know those are very common with Amazon. Are there any opportunities like that open? I know we're talking about the warehouse associates, but are there any delivery jobs open with your facility right now?
So there are delivery jobs open. However, those are not hired internally to Amazon, but you can actually find those listed online as just on a different website. So I'm going to say that right now. It is amazondelivers.jobs. amazondelivers.jobs. And any of those delivery positions will be listed on there. And those could be from various locations in the city.
And I did have one thing come in about that employee discount, 10%, is that correct?
Yes, 10%.
Okay, great. Hey, you've sold me. I'm interested. Ashley, what do I do next?
Yeah, so we do online applications. So Amazon.com/IndyJobs is our application website. Or if you don't have time to get online right now, or maybe you are interested in applying in a month, you can actually grab your phone and text the phrase Indy Now to 77088, and it's going to enroll you for our text notifications. It's going to ask for your zip code so it knows where you are. It's not going to send you New York jobs if you live in the Indy area. And then it's going to send you a link on your phone so you can apply directly to the correct application.
Excellent. Well, thanks, Ashley. I want to be sure I understand it correctly. So this new facility that you have, this exciting new facility you have, this is where the products come in from all over the country or all over the world, and then you guys get them out to the other area facilities. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that is absolutely correct.
Hey, well, that's very good stuff. And again, that's Ashley Harris Babcock. She is the staffing team leader with Amazon. Ashley will bring you back on right at the end for any final comments. But hey, thanks for that. And that's Greenfield-based Amazon. So, hey, next up, we're going to hear from the BWI Group. Rosalind Ryder is the Human Resources Manager. They're also based right there in Greenfield. Good morning, Rosalind. Thanks for joining us. Tell us a little bit about BWI Group.
Hello, good morning, Bob. Thank you for having me. Welcome all applicants or potential applicants. BWI Group is a full-service supplier of chassis suspension systems. We're the only manufacturing facility in North America. The closest one to us is in Chihuahua, Mexico. So we are setting a precedent for North America. We do everything from synthesis and analysis to actually building our suspicious systems. And we have customers all over the world. We're global.
And it looks like you're Greenfield based. Is your, I always like to ask this. So I see what appears to me automotive products. Is it automotive or anything else that we can relate to that you guys fulfill?
It is automotive, and one of our employee discounts that we get is through our GM, through Ford, and BMW Mini Cooper employee discount.
Excellent, excellent. So, okay, so Rosalind, we're going to talk, I think we're going to have 4 different employment opportunities to talk about this morning. This first one looks to be a maintenance technician. You want to kind of walk us through that and what you're looking for?
Sure. On our maintenance technician positions, we are looking for folks that have actually worked in manufacturing maintenance facilities. We need people that have the ability to troubleshoot problems or issues with equipment. Cross-functional teams, they need to be able to work well with operators, managers, and their peers. They will be working independently. A lot of what we have are, when we have a down machine, there has to be a strong sense of urgency, and they have to be able to effectively communicate. I'm very excited to talk about a training program that we've got that we're working on to get folks to the next level in their careers here. So if you have maintenance experience and you want a company to grow with, BWI is the place to go.
Excellent. And what can you tell us about the benefits?
Benefits, when you come on board with us, they go into effect day 1. You do have 30 days to enroll into those benefits, and then that is prorated to your start date. And we have medical, dental, vision. The company pays for short-term disability, long-term disability. We have 401k, free parking. We have a cafe that includes hot food service, along with a grab and go opportunity. And we also have on-the-job training.
Okay, and next position is a production operator. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what a production operator does and a little bit about what you're looking for in a skill standpoint?
Okay, production operator, we like to have folks that have experience in a manufacturing facility. However, that is not a deal breaker. In fact, the first bullet that says high school diploma or GED, we have since removed that requirement. So as long as you can pass the drug screen and a background check, that is what the experience is that's needed, and we do all on-the-job training.
Okay.
You do have to have the ability to lift up to 50 pounds without any assistance, but outside of that, we do have opportunities for hoists and team lifts.
And I assume that comes with some training as well. So somebody that that can be responsible, show up on time with a willingness to learn, good position for someone like that?
Absolutely. And we have a very diverse workforce. So we have folks that are just out of high school age. We have about 5 generations represented here, and we take both genders and all ethnicities.
Okay, and let me let's go on to the next one. The next one is a quality technician. What's a quality technician do? And again, a little bit of description there. Looks like some testing and inspection. What are some highlights
Yes,
of that? And again, the skills that you're looking for.
certainly. With a quality technician role, you have to be able to pay attention to detail, because at the end of the day, we're making parts that go on people's vehicles, and everyone, or most folks in the country have a vehicle. So safety and attention to detail is paramount in their job. They have every part that comes through gets tested by our quality technicians. Most know how to work with micrometers, calipers, gauges. So we do need people that have quality experience, that have worked in that capacity before. Again, on that job description, it says high school diploma or GED required. We no longer make that a requirement. We have recently changed that requirement. So
Okay.
again, as long as you can read, write English, and pass a background screen and a drug screen, we're your employer.
And this also qualifies for all the benefits you talked about earlier, I assume, correct?
Absolutely, yes. Every position, all the benefits are still the same.
Okay, the next one is a material handler. I see a variety of job descriptions there. What are some highlights for that?
Material handler, that is, we can take someone that's never worked in the workforce and build them into a material handler. We do our own forklift certifications on site. They also have manual lifts, and we also have crane operation. Again, it's all trained on site, and they just have to be able to be detail oriented, be able to match numbers to numbers. And what they do is they bring materials and goods to the source of use, which would be out to the production areas.
Okay, I have some questions for you, Rosalind. How
Sure.
about someone wrote in, they were, after seeing this, it looks like there's a lot of training and a lot of opportunity for somebody that just wants to come in and get jump started in a new career. They're uncertain which job. I mean, the way you laid those out, I think there's a little bit of a range, and that there's some training that can go with it. So if they're uncertain about which job, is it best just to apply and then talk with somebody or say that, hey, I'm open to any of these?
Right. So what we do is once they apply to our website, we can look at their application or their resume, whichever they've provided, and we can identify what would be the best suited job position for them and their experience, or even their lack of experience. And Bob, I did want to mention that we do grow organically, and we are very proponent for growing from within and promoting. In fact, in the last month, we've promoted 6 individuals, working on promoting someone into a supervisory capacity effective on Monday. So I encourage anyone that's looking for a long-term career path to reach out and apply.
Okay, and I just was ready to ask you about advancement, but it sounds like advancement is very much an important thing there, and it happens all the time. So
Absolutely.
And you'd mentioned this because I think this was probably pre-COVID when you talk about quality control. How about safety? I was going to ask everybody today about safety in the last 6 months. What can you tell us about that?
Well, I did want to just let you all know that we take safety very seriously. And when this all came out, oh, hello, here I am. When the COVID did hit us, we, our management team spent hours and hours and hours to be as most proactive as possible with this. We, too, offer masks. We have those out for everyone. We have reminders of 6 feet of social distancing. We have hand sanitizers all over the plant. We encourage hand washing. We have also adjusted our cafe to have partitions up so folks aren't sitting across the table directly from each other. We have offered additional breaks so that we can space people out so that they aren't in close contact with each other. And we did temperature checking in the beginning, and we've gotten away from that because that wasn't a strong indicator. You could have no symptoms and still be carrying the virus.
Yep.
And we take that very seriously and have been as proactive in taking guidance from the CDC and local government institutions to help us guide through this pandemic.
Okay, actually, I have more, or Rosalind, I'm sorry. Can you speak a little bit about the shift times and the hours?
Absolutely. Our shifts, we have a 3-shift operation, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., 3 p.m. to 11 p.m., and then 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Straight days.
Sure, okay. And then another question on, is part-time an option? Do you have any part-time positions? Or are these all full-time?
No, not at this time, no, full-time.
Okay.
Another thing I'd like to mention from a benefit standpoint, Bob, is we pay for your breaks and we pay you for your meal breaks. So you are not required to clock in or out for that.
Okay, that's good to know. And the pay range for the production manager, I think we had that up on the slide, but the production manager, what is the pay range for that? Is there a range?
I believe you mean production operator?
Yeah.
Those? Okay. Just because I don't want to scare potential candidates away from a management level, the positions start at $13.90, and then based on the shift, and after your 90 days, it goes to $14.20, and then based on your shift, you have a 5% shift premium on second shift and a 10% shift premium on third shift.
Okay, I getting a lot of good activity here. Several questions kind of in the same general area on background requirements and someone with a felony or somewhat of a past that they have moved on since. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yes, we do take consideration in case by case. So if there's something questionable, I would bring it to the forefront and we can have a discussion offline about that per case by case.
Okay, fair enough. And anything on any engineering positions open, or should someone that's interested in that go ahead and apply to have one on file? Anything you can speak to on an engineering background?
Yes, right now I do have a wet process technician, which falls under the engineering category, that is available on the third shift, which is your 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. shift. Also, starting January 1, I will be looking for manufacturing engineers. And if you want to go ahead and send your resume now, we can start the interview process knowing that that is going to be an impending opportunity.
Okay, and that's good timing because, Rosalind, I'm interested. What do I need to do next? What's my next move?
Okay, there's a couple of things that you can do. You can go to greenfield.career@bwi.com. I would encourage you to also check out our website at www.bwigroup.com. And then we will see your application at that point in time. We will vet out your resume, and then we'll start the process based on your skill set and our needs.
Excellent. I think I think you might have touched on this. You know, I got a couple questions. We're going to bring you guys all back up at the end, and I'll have a couple more things for you at the end. But again,
okay.
that's Rosalind Ryder with BWI Group. Thanks for that. A lot of exciting opportunity there as well. So we'll be back
Absolutely.
to you in just a little bit. So next
all
up,
right. Thank you.
our final employer is Spectra Premium. Next up is Kelsey Jones. Kelsey's the Human Resources Generalist with Spectra Premium. Good morning, Kelsey, and tell us a little bit about Spectra Premium. You're also Greenfield-based, right? And so tell us a little bit about what you guys do. Kelsey, unmute, please.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go. Tell us a little bit about Spectra Premium.
Spectra Premium is a privately held company. We are headquartered in Quebec, Canada. Here in Greenfield, we have a automotive distribution center. So in Canada, they do the design and manufacturing of all of our automotive aftermarket parts, and then we receive them here and distribute them to all of our customers. The GC in Greenfield is right off of Interstate 70, so off the Mount Comfort exit. We're right in between. We're in Greenfield, right by Indianapolis, so pretty good location for everyone all around. We have.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. We have a couple of different departments and learning opportunities in our warehouse. So as a distribution center, we have a receiving dock, we have Reeboks, RCQ, quality, shipping. So there's a lot of different opportunities at Spectre Premium. In addition, we also offer different training opportunities such as CPR certifications, AED, and first aid certifications. So we're really big on getting everyone involved and helping individuals grow and reach their career goals.
Excellent. Sounds like safety is a priority right out of the box. So, hey, tell me, I always like to ask this about companies like yours. What kind of parts, what kind of automotive parts would I know?
We do a lot of under body car parts. So you might think of your heater, evaporator, distributors, blower motors, cam and crank shaft sensors. So if you're going to your local automotive store in town, it's probably a part that we manufactured and distributed from here.
Okay, very cool. So you guys do a lot of business with the over-the-counter auto parts places. Is that right?
Yes, we do.
Okay, good. Well, hey, thanks for sharing that. I always like to ask that. So, hey, you got two opportunities you want to share with us today. The first one is a shipping associate. You mentioned a little bit about shipping. That's a big part of what you guys do. Tell us a little bit about what you're looking for there, and if you want to talk about the shifts. I know people are always interested in that, and experience.
We run 3 different shifts, 7A to 3P, 3P to 11P, and 11P to 7A, and that starts Sunday night through Friday evening. We don't work weekends, and it's a straight 8-hour shift. You are paid for 2 20-minute breaks during your straight 8. And our shipping associate position, we do have equipment operators throughout the warehouse. We have about 60 powered rolling equipment out in the warehouse. They vary from reach trucks, walkies, and order pickers. You would be either using the powered rolling equipment to put away into our warehouse while receiving, or picking onto a pallet and getting ready for shipping. We do offer medical.
Yeah,
what?
I was going to ask you about
that.
That's all
yep. We offer medical, dental, and vision, life, short-term, long-term, 401k after 1 year of employment. Sorry, I just lost my screen. There we go. 2 weeks of vacation time that you can start using after 6 months of employment, 1 week of sick time, and you have 9 paid holidays, plus you get your birthday off paid.
Well, that's very cool. So,
It is.
And it sounds like you guys are really, really busy. I mean, if you're running 3 shifts, these are very busy times for you right now as people are looking to keep their cars on the road, right?
Yeah, it is a very busy time. Like I said, we work and distribute to your local auto parts stores in town, but we also are in a phase where we're trying to adapt to do-it-yourself consumers as well. So if you visit our website and you're someone that is interested in changing your own fuel pump, they have like a series of questions to help diagnose the actual problem with your car for the do-it-yourself customer.
Good. Very, very cool. So, hey, one more position. You have a quality control person. Looks like you actually got more than one that you're looking for. Tell us a little bit about what you're looking for there, and anything else you want to point out.
Sure. So quality control is very important to our company as well. We want to make sure that our customers are receiving in their product in the best shape. Our quality team, they work to ensure that the height of a pallet is correct according to our customer specifications. They ensure that the labeling is proper and appropriate for the customer that's receiving it. It's a very critical position. Our quality team is the last team to kind of check off the list that, hey, this pallet is ready to go onto the trailer and it's going to meet the customer satisfaction.
Well, and you answered a couple questions that have come in. It looks like advancement is important there for people that want to come in and work hard. There's advancement opportunities and also training for people that may not feel quite comfortable yet. There's some training. So can you touch on both training and advancement?
Sure. So in regards to training, we do prefer if someone has previous experience on powered rolling equipment, but if you don't, we are able to certify you here in our warehouse. If you're comfortable with that, we are more than willing to give you the tools and resources you need and to be comfortable on the equipment. That's the most important. And I'm sorry, what was the other question?
Training and advancement.
Advancement. Okay, so as far as advancement goes, we are always looking to grow. Continuous improvement is one of our core values as a company. Any job openings that we have, we do post them internally first. And any time an employee is interested in learning new things or trying new things or even has a suggestion for the company, we have an open door policy. Like I said at the beginning, we want everyone within our facility to grow and meet their career goals. And if we can be a help or an aid in that, we absolutely will.
Okay, I asked the others this. I'm going to ask you as well. Can you speak about safety and particularly anything that might have been done over the last 6 months to make sure you have a safe working environment?
Yes. So we have made a lot of changes due to the coronavirus. We do temperature checks at the beginning of each shift. We require a 6-foot distance for all employees. We have made new break schedules and removed tables out of our break room so that way there's not too many people in one particular area. We have handed out individual bottles of hand sanitizer and we go around and refill them on a regular basis so everyone has that easily accessible to them. We have cleaning supplies readily available to clean down your fork truck or your rolling cart before your shift and after your shift. We do also require masks. And during this time, as we are requiring masks, we are offering a 25-cent premium per hour while we are requiring that extra PPE.
Oh, good. Hey, well, good to know. Hey, Kelsey, you've convinced me. I'm interested. What do I need to do next? What's my next move?
So there are a few different things you can do. You can come into our warehouse here in Greenfield. In the front entry lobby, there are paper applications. You can fill them out and return them back to that same lobby. You can email your resume to hrnd@spectrapremium.com, or you can go to Indeed, look up Spectra Premium, and apply that way as well.
And if I've previously applied, should I say it may have been 6 months, a year, 2 years ago? If I've previously applied, should I start over and redo now?
Absolutely. I recommend that you always check back in with us. We do keep our applications on file for 30 days at a time. So if you have applied in the past, we're always looking, or we always have new opportunities. So definitely submit your application again.
Okay, if you can stay on, Kelsey, I'm going to bring the others back up. I want to get final comments from you guys before we bring Jim back on at the end, but I do got a couple questions that have come in for each of you. I see Rosalind's joined us as well as Ashley. Ashley, I'm going to start with you. Ashley, again, a couple questions and then any final comments you may have. What about positions like IT or HR at Amazon, and how would we apply to those?
Yeah, absolutely. So those positions or more professional positions such as managers are listed on a separate website. The website, just amazon.jobs, is actually all encompassing and it's going to contain jobs like that. We also do a great deal of promotion from within. So if you'd like to start as entry level and work your way up, that's definitely a possibility. I myself actually did that as I started as a tier 1 associate, and many people in our management have done that.
Okay. Well, thanks for adding that. So advancement's a big priority. I think people don't really realize that. Well, here's a good one. Is the work at Amazon really as hard as what they say it is in the news?
Right. So it is typical warehouse work, right? So working at any other warehouse, what I would say is it's comparable to working at FedEx because we are working with those packages. A lot of the sensational stories that you hear are, they're sensationalized. So you do get bathroom breaks and you get your full break. So yes, it is warehouse work, but maybe not to the extremes that you may hear online or in the news.
Okay, so Ashley, if you can just hang tight for just a second, I want to check with Rosalind Ryder with BWI Group. Rosalind, I got a couple things for you. I think you may have mentioned this, but when do the BWI benefits start? Can you kind of remind us of that?
Right, they start day one, and we're in our open enrollment season next week, so day one.
Okay, so now's a good time to be. And what kind of gap is there for somebody that's interested today? How long does it take before they can actually be on the floor?
They go on the floor immediately.
Okay, good. So very, very quick.
That's where they receive their training.
Okay, you need people now. So also
Right.
a question about the property. Can we leave the property during our meal break? That was a question that came in.
With the paid breaks and you not being off of the clock at the time, we actually stay on property, but we do have the full service cafe with, now we're getting into winter. We've got soups and warm food to take care of you while you're here on property.
Okay, all right. Well, thanks. If you can just hang on for just one more second, Rosalind, I'm going to jump back to Kelsey at Spectra Premium. And Kelsey, I got a couple things. Tell us about the culture. It's one thing we haven't really heard about, and I did have a question come in about Spectra. Tell us a little bit about the culture of your business.
So the culture is, like I said, we are Canadian owned. It is a very family oriented culture, and it's very unique in that way. It's unlike any other place that I've ever worked. We have a very connected group of people that work together. We are cross-functional, so it's very important that all of our departments, staff, team members are connected and able to work together. So that's a great feeling. The training, it brings a nurturing effect to the culture as well. We truly care about what you want for yourself, and we try to help you get to that place. So if I had to describe our culture, that would pretty much sum it up.
Sure, nice job. And I do want to ask you, here's a interesting one. What are 3 things you expect from a potential employee? What are your expectations? 3 things.
3 things. I'm going to say 4 because this is what we tell all of our new hires during orientation. We want 4 things out of you. We want you to come to work every day. We want you to be on time. We want you to meet productivity, and we want you to have a good attitude and be happy while you're here.
Great. I think that's not asking too much. So, hey, thanks to all you guys. I'm going to run down one more time for any real quick final comments, and then we're going to bring Jim back. Kelsey, any final words for the job seekers?
I'm really excited for everyone listening in on this. I hope to hear from some of you very soon. Spectra Premium I've been working here for 5 years, and it's been a great place for growth for me personally, and I've seen so many lives changed here just as their careers develop and their learning experience in general. So I do hope to hear from all of the candidates that are listening. I'm very excited and eager to meet you.
Great. Hey, thanks for that, Kelsey with Spectra Premium. Rosalind, any final thoughts?
Yeah, come out, apply. Get ready to start your new career with BWI.
Okay, that's simple enough. Hey, they heard it from you directly, so get on out there. That's Rosalind Ryder. Rosalind, thanks again for your time. Ashley Harris-Babcock, any final thoughts from you and Amazon?
Yeah, it was really great talking with everybody today, and hopefully we will see you at one of our hiring events soon. We have something that we say here pretty frequently, and that is work hard, have fun, make history. So Amazon is a history-making company, and we would love for you to be a part of it.
Great, and I really do want to sincerely thank all of you for your job today. That did a wonderful job, and so again, that we mentioned at the beginning, that was made possible by Jim Mehring. So I'm going to bring Jim back on to kind of get things wrapped up. And any final thoughts, Jim may have. And then a final reminder from me, today's program was recorded, and so tomorrow at this time you'll be getting a recording, and you'll be able to go back and review all the employers today. They'll have all your contact information. Kelsey, Rosalind, Ashley, I'm not sure if you knew this, but probably within an hour you're going to get a report from Dave of everybody that registered, how to get a hold of them, any questions they may have asked, etc. So that's what we do on our end. So hey, let's bring back Jim Mehring. Jim, are you still there?
I sure am, Bob. Thank you so much. Again, I'm going to start with wow. I just never cease to be amazed. First of all, to our presenters, so cool, very well done. The energy, the excitement, they're so open, and how knowledgeable they are of their organizations, and in being able to answer the questions, and just the use of technology. That's one thing that I keep seeing, and making opportunities available for people who are seeking, a job. So thank you to them. I really, really appreciate it so much. Just another great job. I'm also struck by how employee-centric, again, the businesses are with, think about it, benefits being immediately available. We've got global companies. How about having your birthday off paid? I mean, how cool is that, And then, again, the advancement opportunities that are in place internally, and how much these companies look internally, for the next positions. I'm just so impressed by that, as I'm sure everyone who participated today is as well. So thank you all so much. Just a cool opportunity. So please be sure to visit the websites provided during the presentations for more information on the positions that have been presented today. As a reminder, and as the need may arise, please be sure to utilize WorkOne via www.workonecentral.org. And I certainly can't close today without a very special thank you to you, Bob, David Tchaikovsky, Shelley Howard. I just want everybody to know how hard these folks are working, and it's tirelessly, to be sure that every possible opportunity is made available in our efforts to meet the needs of communities we serve. Thank you all so much for that. So I especially want to say thank you to all of you who participated today and spending some time with us. We hope you found this to be both helpful and informative. And I say very, very good luck to all of you. And with that, we certainly wish all of you the very, very best. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for having us. Good luck to you all in your job search.